2, 3, 4.
All right, so let's talk about Missing Vassar, which is just a super cool tune by Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder. This is a two-part tune in the key of B, and it's made up of the chords B. We're going to do this wide open B sound, this like modal sounding B, where we leave our A string open. We're going to have an A of the same shape. We're going to have an E major, and then we're going to have an F sharp major, which is kind of strange. It's a very modal tune. We're only going to have that E and F sharp in the B part, so you'll see those when they happen. It's kind of what makes the B part very interesting. But let's dig in right off the bat. So let's talk about this A part, all right? I boiled down the A part into 4 different licks, right? You got to repeat the licks to make the A part to completely work. But in general, you're thinking in terms of like, if you learn these 4 licks and then play them in the correct order, you will be playing Missing Vassar. So it's going to go like lick 1, lick 2, lick 1 again, lick 3, lick 1, lick 2, lick 1, then lick 4. So if you know all 4 licks, you just put them together in the right order. And the key to that, just practicing slowly. All right. So let's dig in right off the bat with this A part. So since we're in the key of B, we're going to start in this B double stop here, okay, which is my middle finger on the 4th fret of the D string and my index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. So we have an F sharp note and a B note, right? The 5th note of the B scale and the 1st note of the B scale, right? So this opening lick is going to sound something like this. So let's break that down a little bit. What we're doing here is we're grabbing this double stop shape. We're going to add what's called the flat 7 to it, which is just an open A note in this case. And then we're going to go up here and we're going to grab our 3rd, which is the 6th fret on the A string, all right? And to do that, instead of just going straight to the 3rd, we're going to use this 5th fret note called the flat 3rd, and we're going to slide into it. So, watch how I put that all together. I'm going to slide into my note to the 4th fret, and then I'm going to hit an open A, and then I'm going to hit my B, and I'm going to repeat it. Just, get a feel for that, all right? So I'm going to repeat that. After that, I'm going to slide it. I'm going to do that flat 3rd into 3rd movement, flat 3rd up. Okay? So, the way Skaggs does this is he picks both the notes, but he's sliding across them at the same time, which gives that continual flair. It's like a Monroe thing. But, you can kind of do that anyway. You could literally just like quickly and it's going to sound fine too. Sounds totally fine, right? All right, so that's lick 1, right? You're going to do that. You're going to do that 4 times in this A part. So this is like the key lick that you got to have, right? All right, so let's talk about lick 2, all right? We're going to stick with this same shape, all right? And instead of going up into our flat 3rd at this point, we're actually going to end up going down into our flat 3rd, and we're going to descend through the flat 5th. And that sounds scary, but it's not. Let's keep it really practical as we go through it. So here's how this lick 2 is going to sound. So once again, we're doing the same exact thing. And now, instead of going up, we're going to go up to our up musically. Let's go down to our flat third note, or flat fifth note, which is on the third fret on the D string. Okay, this is just an F natural, all right? And we're going to pull off on that note to the second fret. And then we're going to hit an open D, just like that. So try to put that together. If you're having trouble getting the timing right, generally try to think of this initial. You're trying to make two notes occupy the space of one, is kind of a more practical way to think about it, right? Just like that. All right, so that's lick 2. You're gonna have to do lick 2 twice in this A part. So. Just like that. All right, so now let's talk about lick 3, which the good news is, I said there's 4 licks. That's by a pure technicality. Lick 3 and lick 4 are almost identical. They just have a different ending to each other. So, lick 3 is going to sound something like this. Which that seems like a lot of notes. It is a few notes, but a lot of this is kind of repeating, right? So we have this beginning part again. We play this theme that we're doing. And this time we go up to that flat third into the third, but we only do it once. We don't do we just do it once, right? Now we're gonna go back. This is our like flare bluegrass lick, right? We're gonna start on this B note. And we're gonna be playing like a B minor, pentatonic style lick. So we're gonna go with all right, so let's break that down. We're going on the 2nd fret to the 5th fret on the A string. Now we have a F natural note that we're gonna pull off on. Now we're going back to that 5th fret note. Now an open E. F sharp, 2nd fret. And now go to your flat third up again. Just like that. And now we have our B note again. We're almost done. Open A. And now we're using our flat 5th again. So we go to this 3rd fret. And in this time, instead of just doing a straight pull off, we're gonna slide up. So I'm gonna slide up from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret on the D string and hit an open A. And now I'm gonna do this pull off move. The same thing I did at the end of lick 2. And then I'm just gonna hit this E note. 2nd fret, right? Putting that together. And that's lick 3 of the A part. Now, lick 4 is the same as lick 3. Except that end, did you see it? We ended on the 4th fret of B natural instead of this E natural note. And that's it, okay? It's the same exact lick, it's just where you're ending. So, how we're gonna do that, putting that together, it's gonna be lick 1, then lick 2, then lick 1, then lick 3, okay? That's the first half of the A part. Second half of the A part, lick 1, lick 2, lick 1, lick 4. So, put that together, and suddenly you will have played the A part of Missing Vassar. All right, so the B part is a step up in difficulty for sure. I think, you know, your intermediate player with some work can definitely get down the A part. I truly think intermediate players can play the B part too. It's actually not that bad, but it's just so many notes and it never repeats itself. That's the real thing that you're going to run into. It's going to make it feel like it lasts forever. But the notes themselves, while not necessarily what you're like expecting naturally with bluegrass, we don't have a lot of like flat third, you know, flat fifth, flat seven stuff going on here. A little bit, but not much. It's one of those things where you can put the notes together. You can definitely play it, but you got to suffer through this like feeling that your brain gives you, where it's like, oh, this is too much. So because of that, here's how I'm going to teach this one. I tried to run through a video where I say the notes out loud as I play them, and it just feels like a lot, and trying to retain that seems crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down each lick a little bit, especially with our themes and thinking about our double stops that make up the licks, and then I'm going to play them very slow in generally 3 to 4 note bursts. Okay. And then the goal will be to piece together those bursts. So this is 6 licks. If you get these 6 licks down, you can play the B part, and it never repeats. So it's literally 6 licks in order. So in this case, you can literally practice lick 1 till you got it, then add lick 2, then add lick 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? All right. So we end the A part on this B natural note. All right. Our B part starts over an E chord, and we're going to walk into that actually starting on the flat 7, this open D, and we're going to walk to this E. And we're going to slide from the 4th fret to the 6th fret, and then up to this B note on the second fret on the A string. Now we're going to go back to the 6th fret. Show that one more time. 6, 2, 5, 4, 2. And now here is where it starts getting a little weird, and we want to think in terms of, if you have familiarity with folding your scales, as Chris Henry likes to put it, which I really like how he explains it, this is going to be much more natural to you. If you've never folded a scale, I highly, highly recommend that you check out some of Chris Henry's videos on folding your scales. Okay, so anyway, and that's where we end. We end on that G sharp, okay? Which is sounds strange, that's the 3rd of E, so it really works well. Put it all together, it's going to sound like this. I'm going to play that one more time as slow as I can, without kind of, messing it up a little bit. Open A. Just like that. And notice I didn't pick that G sharp note. I slid into it from my A note here. I just slid. Okay, watch my right hand here. Do not pick that note. Okay? All right, that's lick 1. All right? So, spend some time with that lick. It's a super cool lick. It's also, it's pretty movable. Like, I know there's a couple open notes, but you can actually kind of get around those a little bit with just your shapes and such. It's a very, very fun lick to be able to play. All right. So lick 2 of the B part is we're gonna transition back. The previous part was completely over E. This next part is completely over B, right? So we're actually going back to a pretty familiar shape. We're actually gonna be thinking quite a bit about this. But instead, we're gonna grab some of these notes on the E string as well. So we ended on this G sharp note, right? And now we're gonna do this. That's our first lick, sub lick, if you want to think of it that, of lick 2. All right, so I'm sliding into that 4th fret note, same exact double stop we played in the A part. Open A, and you're kind of just rolling back to this F sharp. Open A, B, now flat 3rd up. Okay. Now back to that B. Same, very similar lick to what we played the first in just the A part, right? Back up to that 3rd. And here's our finishing lick on part 2. 2, 5, 4, 2. Doing that open hammer on pull off on the 2nd fret. And then we have our 6th fret here on the A string. And then back to our B natural. Played very slow. All right, so that takes us to lick 3. So we're gonna start on this open E string. And it's really similar to how we kind of walked up to get to this G sharp in lick 1, but this time we're playing over an E, so we're not headed for or excuse me, this time we're thinking about B, not E. So we're not headed for that G sharp. All right. Starting on this open E, open 6, 2, 4th fret, 4, open, 2, open, just like that. And then we have this kind of little slidey lick. So we're sliding up from the 4th fret to the 2nd, excuse me, from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret. Open A. Now it's doing that quick slide again. Now we're doing that flat 5th pull off and going from the 4th fret to the 2nd fret on the G string. Here it is one more time. All right, here's lick 4. This is the easiest lick of part B, but it's also like the most catching. Like when you're listening to the tune, you're like, oh, that's cool. And it's over this E. We've transitioned back to the E. And we're starting on this, we're rocking on this flat 7, this open D, and we're doing this. So open, 4, 2, open for 1, open for 2, open for 1. All right, lick 5, you're almost home on this one, okay? So lick 5, we're transitioning back, thinking about B again for a second. So let's go back to this double stop, right? All right, and this is what it's gonna sound like. So we're walking through that double stop again. Same like we did in the A part. And so here's where it changes. Okay, now 5th fret, open E. Now that walk down we did earlier, 5, 4, 2. And then we finish with hitting 2 again and doing this lick up. Because now we're in F sharp, so we're doing this flat 3rd lick in F sharp. We're over that F sharp chord. We're not in F sharp, we're just over an F sharp chord. Okay, here it is slowly. One more time. All right, and the final lick, we just finished the, so keep that in mind. We kind of repeat that effect. We hit this F sharp again, but the way he does it is he wants to add some texture to it, so he slides very quickly to this F sharp on the 9th fret on the A string. So, and then he hits this F sharp again. If you can slide to the right fret, like I'm not doing right now, but anyway, the slide is really the effect. Honestly, that's all that really matters. And here's kind of a weird lick. 4th fret, open. We're thinking it's that same double stop we used earlier, but we're over an F sharp chord now, so we've moved it to the 4th fret and 2nd fret on the A string and E string. And now we have this pull off from the 3rd fret to the 1st fret and hit this F sharp note on the D string. And now we're just going to walk back. We're going to go to this 7th fret to the E string, or excuse me, to the A string, where we're playing just our droning note, and we're going to walk it 7. So 7, 6, 4, 2, open 1, 4, right? And then we just hit this big open A, and it's over. And that is Missing Vassar, the A and B parts. So it's an advanced tune. It's definitely tough, but it is definitely rewarding. You can see how Skaggs uses these double stop shapes so well. I think I totally failed to mention it, but when we get to this E, you're thinking the same way. Like the whole time. Anytime you're over a B, you're thinking out of this double stop. When you're in F sharp, you're thinking out of this double stop. And when you're in E, you're thinking out of this double stop, right? And the surrounding notes around it. So you really have a nice home base to think about how to approach this tune. It's a super fun one. Let me know what you think of it. And once again, really appreciate you guys checking out the video. Any of you that subscribe to Patreon, I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, stay tuned for more.